Good evening, Oops. Try that again. Good evening, YouTube. I'm Zachary Fowler, and we are live in a new year, 2021. What is going on, everybody? Got a new video for you. We've been busy. That's why you haven't heard or seen nothing from me. I haven't exactly been on vacation. A little bit of vacationing, but mostly working on stuff, putting out all kinds of content all over the place, except for on my own channel, as well as working on the house, barn remodeling, all kinds of craziness going on. Working on that bushcraft studio I've been jibber-jabbering about for years, saying I'm going to do, and they're underneath there ripping and tearing, and it's costing me a fortune, an arm and a leg. I keep finding more things to repair. It's crazy. It is so good to be here and just saying hi to you all. It's been a long time since it's been a really long time at all since we've talked. It's just been, in tonight's video, I'm just want to check it while we're talking, and it looks like tonight's video might actually be ready. Although I can't tell what the internet is doing. It looks like it may. It's been baking for a while now, this catch and cook video. And I think, so those of you that are coming into the live stream, check out tonight's video. You don't have to sit around for this. It will be out if you're watching the replay right now. And for you guys that are waiting, I just need to add the end card to it. And I will be ready to air it. And then I can sit around and chat with you for a minute. I don't even see it here. How to add the end cards. Wonderful. That is wonderful. It does not exist in the real world. Okay, well that's fun. Alright, I'm going to make it public right now. Tonight's video, I have no idea why. And then we'll chat and answer any questions you got. Tell you what I've been up to, what we're looking forward to this year. Hope you guys are all having a better year. I actually had I feel bad because I actually had a pretty decent, 2020. I mean, like, for the most part, it was good. There wasn't really anything too crazy that happened to me. Up here in Maine, things are pretty quiet. I got to go on another TV show that's airing now, the Go Big Show. If you guys haven't seen that yet, check out the Go Big Show on TBS. You can see it if you have a smart TV, you can look up the TBS app and load it and watch it for free somehow, because it's weird. I've done it, but like, you got to load TBS app and it doesn't cost you anything, but then you got to like take a picture of that little skew thing, and then it plays it onto your phone, and then from your phone you can hit play the video, and that casts it back to the TV. It's ridiculous, the silly things that they do. But it is there, the Go Big Show with Snoop Dogg and Rosario Dawson. And the cool thing is that Rosario Dawson, she is in the new Mandalorian. So if you haven't seen that yet, at some point she pops up. I don't want to ruin it, spoiler for you. But that was kind of cool. And I was hanging out with her earlier this year, and now she's on some other big famous TV show. So, because she's big famous movie actors and Snoop Dogg and stuff. So that was pretty neat. So you'll have to wait for my episode to come up on the show, episode, whatever. And because I have not, but the funny thing is like the first episode starts with, like, I'm the first person on the show. Me and, what's his name? What's the comedian's name? Bert. You guys know Bert, the guy that always runs around without a shirt on there and big belly? Well, him and I were the first people to appear on the show going, so, and then the whole show starts, even though I wasn't at all in the rest of that episode. So, and I believe tonight's episode is out. It is. So, we're just live streaming for a little bit. I'll chat with you. Go check it out if you don't want to hang out with me here in the live stream. And and come back and tell me what you thought of it or whatever. Bert, Chris says Bert Kirschker, whatever. So, yeah, the comedian Bert, whatever his name is. And so that was pretty wild. I got to do a little teeny bit of fishing down there. Lots of meeting all kinds of creative, crazy people that do all kinds of different stunts. So I was there shooting my slingshot, and that will be coming up at some point on the Go Big Show. TBS, check it out. It was a whole bunch of fun. All kinds of neat stuff on there. Last night was the second episode of the show. And yeehaw. And today is the first video of 2021. It took forever to film and put this together. I don't know what it is. I become like more and more picky as time goes on, how I want to edit things, and I want it to be just right. So they end up taking longer and longer and longer to make perfect. The more I learn about video, the more I want to color correct every last little bit. Add every last little joke or funny thing that I can add to a video. And also, it is a double feature, so don't forget to check out Greg's. His video is already out. Look at that crazy beard. See, that's a sitting in front of your desk beard right there. Or I was just fiddling with it all, editing and fiddling. Must be the light too. It makes it look even weirder. Anyway, the video is live. Is Mandy here? Hi, Mandy. How do I not see her? Oh, there she is. Oh, she put the link up to the Go Big Show. Is it, Oh. Did I just lose everybody? Of course I did. I can't see you guys. I don't know if you guys can see me, but I touched something. And now I lost the live stream. Can't tell if it's actually still streaming or not. Yeah, it's gone. It's one of them days.
Looks like you're still on.
Really?
If it's actually still streaming or not.
This is weird. I cannot.
We see. Yeah, the comments are all saying they can see you.
Yeah. Well, I don't have live streaming studio anymore. It just disappeared. This is one of the weirdest days. Anything that could go wrong can go wrong. It's not not a good sign for 2021.
Really?
we had the
I cannot.
now we got a million people telling me here it's still fine. Of course, yeah. Well, I can tell that now. But I don't know what happened.
One of the weirdest days. Anything that could go wrong can go wrong. It's not.
Yeah, not a good sign for 2021. We got the upload done. We started it way early, and there you are. There you are, you beautiful audience. You got the upload done perfectly early, and just like usual, when things seem like they're going good, they don't. The whole upload just locked up and shut down, so it didn't come out on time. So Greg's video is out now, and it's a double feature, and my video is out now as well, finally. Basically, we just switched spots, I guess. I'm coming out at 8:30. But it's a new year, and I'm pretty happy with the new video. It was a lot of fun little edits in there. Got really carried away. And Chris and I had a really good time making this, I think. And we got some new stuff coming. We got the new barn being worked on, and the studio out there, modifications to the house, all kinds of crazy stuff like that. I got some fun ideas. Luke of the Outdoor Boys is coming up this way, and we're hoping to hook up. I don't know, he's a pretty busy guy apparently, and I guess we're gonna try to do something. I have a whole bunch of really neat ideas. I did hear his challenge for the duct tape thing, and I haven't had a chance to do it. Just so much going on, and there's so many things going on, and I can't quite tell you all of them. But check out tonight's video. It is live right now, and you can go and watch it instead of sitting here listening to me go on and on. If you got any questions, I mean, it's been a long time since we did these live streams. If you guys want to bug me about anything or ask me about anything, feel free. Fowler, do you have a taxidermist that is near you? I do not know if I have a taxidermist. I must have a taxidermist somewhere near me. I kind of wanted to do my own one of these days. Like, I was going to get a chipmunk with a blowgun, because I got a couple that are obnoxious and in the barn. And I was going to get rid of them and then taxidermy one into a bass lure. I thought that would be kind of a neat thing. Alive with little action feet. So when you're reeling it in, the little action feet are going like in the water, and then boom, catch a big bass on it. I thought that would be fun. Of course, I always have more ideas than I have time. But hopefully this new studio and more space will give us more time, more space. We can have more help managing some of the different aspects so that I can have more time to spend with my family and to make videos, you know? Every time I gain more time by having another employee, I try to like split that extra time between family and videos. And last year, that kind of choked things up and slowed things down, is we decided to homeschool. I say we because I decided to help with the homeschool on the days that I have the kids, and so I've been homeschooling like 3 days a week up until Christmas, and now we're back into homeschooling again. And so me and the girls, so we're doing all kinds of neat stuff, like teaching them how to tie knots, shoot slingshots, as well as all their regular workbooks. And there's a special like reading time we're supposed to read to them, and they write a little paragraph about it. Or Abby does. Sparrow's still little, so she does little drawings instead of writing a paragraph just yet. And we do about survival books and edible plants. So I've been teaching the girls about that and learning a lot of new stuff again myself, which is cool. Do you do another 30-day survival challenge? I will do another 30-day survival challenge as soon as we know what is going on with this country, and if I can get out there and do something like that without too much difficulty. I don't want to leave the girls while things are up in the air and weird things. I don't want to get stuck in another place and have to, like, hoof my way back or something weird. So waiting to see what happens. Do you have any tips for long-lasting band sets? The thicker your band set is, the longer it lasts. The better the thing to do is to start making your own slingshot bands. There's kits on the website that you can get, and we may be out right now. We were having a problem the other day we've had a lot of difficulties with the website and getting stuff that keep stock up, because so many things going weird in the world, inventory, and people are not stocking anything more. Like the cold steel shovel may be gone. I maybe have to find a new manufacturer. We found some Russian manufacturers and everything, just because cold steel, I don't know, there's stuff coming from China, what's happening, but they don't have them anymore. And so we may be running out of those. My favorite shovel, I may have to start manufacturing them or hire a manufacturer to do that. So those are the things that tie me up and keep me from doing videos. But there are also things that I love to do, building the business end of it. Whereas now, how many employees? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 employees. Not to mention all the people out there working on the barn that I hired to do the work. And it's a craziness around here. On the did you compete on the talent show? Or no, I competed on the talent show. I'll be shooting the slingshot on the talent show, the Go Big show on TBS. Do you have? I always read it. I'd like to make a knife. What style blade? Make me a knife. Oh, I don't know. I have so many knives. I feel bad. People always want to make me stuff and give me stuff. I can barely keep up with the stuff that I have. I love carving knives. That's I love to whittle things and make things. And if somebody was to make me a knife, that would probably be the best way to get me to actually use it. If it was something like that. I will do another 30-day survival challenge. Yes, as soon as we can get it figured out. I guess I should probably throw up the link here in the comments. I'm going to copy that and paste that in right there. This is for tonight's video. This link that I just posted. Check it out. That is the catch and cook steak and brook trout through the ice. Some really cool stuff we did there. And let's see, anybody else? I saw some more questions here. Fowler, do you have a problem with warrior pouches splitting? I still use the Navy SEALs constantly, and I don't seem to have a problem with them delaminating. Everybody else seems to, and I don't understand, because I use a new pouch every time I tie on new bands, just because I like the roughest part of the outside. But we did just start stamping our own pouches, and I don't think we're going to be carrying Warrior anymore. They take too long to get to us. And so I just, not even stamping our new pouches, the laser, which you can see in tonight's video, I used to cut out a little project. I can use that to do almost anything now. And so we'll be using that to laser cut out our own laminated slingshot pouches out of some different fibers that I kind of like a lot better than the ones that Warrior uses. I mean, they say their pouches are completely indestructible, and they are, except for the fact that when they come delaminated. And I find that it doesn't seem to matter, even if they delaminate a little bit. And I think the one that I actually won second place in the East Coast Slingshot Tournament, most of those shots were done with a pouch that was, partially delaminated, but they still stay together when you put a piece of ammo in it, if that makes any sense to you. If you don't shoot slingshots, you don't probably know what I'm talking about, but it doesn't matter to you. My dad is getting into woodworking. Do you have anything to recommend him? That's such a huge topic, woodworking. I don't. My dad, he personally loves making whirligigs, like little guys that stand there and the wind blows and it turns the thing and that makes him chop the wood and stuff. And personally, I think they're pretty cool. I love having those, like seeing those places with little, things. And I keep coming up with those when I'm like daydreaming as just creative things that, like, if I ever break my leg, I'm going to sit there and I'll just whittle those kind of things and shoot slingshots and stuff. Fun little projects to make. What fishing rod would you recommend? I like, we got a couple cool rods on the website right now, and they're all decent, and especially the little ice fishing ones are really nice. And what's the yellow rod that we have on our website? But there were also rods, that's all we could get at the time, because things were, when we started setting up for fishing. So I really wanted ugly sticks, and so we'll probably be getting a bunch of those at some point. And I really like my frostbite rods, but they're almost always out of stock. Like, they get in their inventory for the year and then they're out of stock. So if you can get a frostbite ice fishing rod, those are great. Any of the ones that they have are great. I like the Meat Locker, I think is my favorite one so far. And I have the Mr. Big as well, and I use them both on all the same fish right now. But I mean the Meat Locker for smaller stuff, and they're both wonderful rods to have, and I like those drop reels for those. But I like the pen reels. I don't like the reels that Shakespeare and stuff like that. Is that what, I think that's what comes on the sticks. Are you doing a meet and greet anytime soon? I don't think I will be doing a meet and greet anytime soon. Maybe once all this is over. Oh, thank you, new member. Who is that? Welcome to the members badge and discount. Thank you, Jake Taylor, for joining. Are you? I already read that. Any plans for a big bushcraft build? Maybe up at the property. No, I got kind of like I want to do a lot of ice fishing stuff. I want to build like a giant kitchen on the ice, all out of ice. So I really want to do another like living on the ice series. Greg and I talked about him coming down. All right, see you later, buddy. Is it all uploaded and stuff? All right, I'll check it out later then.
Let me know what I can do.
Cool. Thanks, Matt. That was Matt, one of the editors. He's off for the day. Just finished the latest on our Bushcraft ASMR channel. That new upload for Sunday. Can you try to make kids survival kit, please? Kids survival kit. That I do not know. We do have a new survival kit coming out that we'll be posting probably next week. So that'll be cool. And I'm going to try and get out and do a video on that. Can you try to make do you know someone likes that small perfect band? Do you know some links that sell perfect bands? Perfect bands links. We sell perfect bands. I don't know what you're looking for, but like I keep saying to people, and I really want to include this in more slingshot videos. If you want to shoot slingshots a bunch, you got to learn how to shoot your own band, make your own bands. It's so easy. I know it seems a little daunting at first if you're a slingshot shooter, but it's so easy. And our kits that we have, you can even look at the kits in 2 seconds and find that same kind of stuff on Amazon and piece it all together for yourself, and probably even get it for the exact same price as what we can sell it to you, even piecing it all together. A cutting board, a ruler, and you buy the latex either from us or SimpleShot. Links in the description of all my videos for SimpleShot. Get a good price on it. Make your own bands. Tie on your own pouches. We have a tie-on jigs, or you can get a jig, which is just two little spring clamps, and you screw them to a board just so you can clip your. And then it's so easy to do, and you can try different tapers to your bands. It really isn't as daunting as it seemed. I know it felt daunting to me at first when I started doing it, but then I started making my own, and I could shoot more and not feel like they broke again. What do we got going on here? More like than people watching. More likes than people watching. That's because people come and go after 2 seconds because they don't actually like to watch. Greg says, thanks for all the great editing. I hope it was good that I got a thumbs up from Greg, because we had a little fun with Greg this week with the edit on his videos. If you haven't seen it, you're gonna want to see this one, because his story and his adventure was kind of a mishap, and so we needed some fun stuff to fill in the blanks. And because it wasn't a longer story, we were able to put some really fun teases in there. And do some silly things, and we had some fun with it, and I love making these videos. We have so much fun. I love the way this one turned out that I did tonight. It was so adventurous, and it was so neat to do it. I love the ice fishing, and I think we do a pretty good job of it, filming it, so that if you trust me with it, and that's why the thumbnail doesn't look like ice fishing. If you trust me and you watch it, you find it super entertaining. We did some really neat things, managed to film it in a really, really neat way. And I can't wait to get Greg down here again so we can do something. I miss my buddy. You ever ride a dirt bike? I have not ridden a dirt bike in a long time. I rode a dirt bike once. That was a long a long time ago, and it was really scary because it was like a racing one. So like every time I went into a gear, you know, and I know how to ride a motorcycle. I've been riding motorcycles for a while when I tried that thing, and just getting into a gear was just like, where the front end would lift right up, and like, whoa, that was scary. It wasn't fun to ride at all. Can we get a promo code for your shop? I got to work on that. I've let you get those of you that have joined as members. There's supposed to be a promo code up for you guys, but things keep coming apart. Mandy says very fashionable. You saw it then, huh? You made him look like Jack Angel. Greg has an amazing thumb. Yeah, the thumbnail on Greg's latest video. Sorry. Trying to read. I should be looking at it. Are you all right? I am more than all right. I'm great. We're having a great time. If you've been like worried about me, thanks for worrying. But it's just, you know, I had Mandy down for a visit, and then we got the work going on in the barn, building the studio, and then I got my new laser in, and that's the, you know, I needed to take a little bit of break, but at the same time I didn't even get to take a full break because we have 3 YouTube channels now that we're and no 4 YouTube channels now because I film for the church. We do that and edit and post those for the church. Our Bushcraft ASMRs, which are re-edits, but that still takes a bunch of time. And there's 2 of those a week that go out, and then my channel, and then Greg's channel. So that's all, like, still a lot of stuff. So just because I wasn't posting to mine, we still had things going out, 4 videos a week going out anyway to all the other channels. So it was a partial break. Will a kid's survival kit come out with Michael Jackson? That's awful. You don't have to repel Michael Jackson anymore. He's gone. What do we get for if we become a member? That's the thing is there's supposed to be, and we'll put some community posts up at some point here, a small discounts that come up every so often on new things when they first come out. So you, as a member, you can get a new thing. It's happened a couple times, but it's like it happens, and if you don't see the community post, so it's a weird way that YouTube has it set up so we can get you a discount. Maybe I need to make the thing is I can't I can publish a message that goes just to you guys, but on the website it's like if somebody was to screenshot and share that, then everybody gets it. I don't know. So it was YouTube's design is to be able to give the members certain little benefits. But honestly, as far as I'm concerned, like the $2 membership thing is like Patreon. If you want to support me, you support me, and that's how I think of it. And I've said that a couple times. It's like if you want to support us being able to make more content, we only ever invest it back into making better content and having more adventures and filming them and bringing them to you. So, any plans of doing anything in the Adirondack Mountains? Not anytime soon. Would be nice. And you recommend stuff that we need for hiking. Good boots. And I am bad at picking boots, so you don't want to ask me about that. Keep it light, and if you can, only do day hikes. I'm not a big hiker. I really don't care for it. I find it boring going up and down trails. I want to go somewhere and build something. I want to go somewhere and have an adventure. You know, I want to go onto the ice and drag my sled out there and poke around until I find, you know, the features under the water that would house fish, and then find the fish and harvest the fish and take them back to my shelter and cook and eat the fish. I don't want to I don't want to be stuck on a trail like seeing scenery, you know? It reminds me of being stuck at sea, you know? When I used to build wooden boats, I'd go sailing to bring the boats on deliveries, and there's nothing that you could do while you were out there except for daydream and look at the horizon and think about how nice it would be to be on land, how I could build something if I was on land. can't build something when I'm sailing along unless I brought something to whittle or whatever, but enjoy the Wadobo and companion knife. Thank you. You're welcome. Devin Too Fresh. Are you looking to have more channels come into the Fowler empire? Yeah, we probably will have some more channels. I'm thinking about starting like a just because it's like we're already doing this. Just a bushcraft fire channel, you know. People always have all those fireplaces. So I filmed for this out of this last one just to see what they would be like and maybe just start, putting out some 8-hour, footages of fires burning in front of shelters and streams and rivers. You don't have to watch it, guys. I'm not even going to tell you what the channel is because you don't have to watch it. If I'll tell you what it is at some point, but you don't feel like you have to watch it. If anything, me sharing the Bushcraft ASMR, I think has maybe messed the channel up more than not, because I share it and a lot of people see it and they're like, they go and they watch it because we shared it, but then they're like, oh, it's kind of a re-edit. And so the watch time goes down and the clicks per impressions go down because some people know this. And they're like, I don't really feel like watching it again without all the fun jokes and all the music and things like that. So it kind of, so the Bushcraft ASMR is like, got all these views. And then Wooded Beardsman and I decided that sharing it is the problem. So we stopped sharing it. And then it's kind of like going down for a little bit and before it recovers, hopefully. The whole point of the Bushcraft ASMR was to not put words in so that, people on the other side of the world that don't speak anywhere else, South America, everywhere else that don't speak English could get lots of enjoyment out of it and not feel excluded by all the jibber jabbering that they can't understand. So that was the kind of the point of it. And so not just to like stuff it in front of your guys' face and rehash it. It was so we could reach an international audience with the same things that we've already been doing. To make the most of what we've already been doing. How did you do a ice fishing video? I live close to you and only safe ice is at the store. No, there's plenty of safe ice out there. For the past week, the ice is finally hardened up in a lot of places. The bigger lakes, yeah, there's still lots of open water and unsafe spots. But once the lake has skinned over, the temperatures have been more than cold enough, but only just recently. So it was 3 weeks ago the last time I fell through the ice a second time. So, but I got a solution for that. We're going to make the hovercraft at some point. Because there's a couple places that I want to go to that have rivers that flow through them, and you can't get to the other end of the lake without going down to sneak through people's private properties who don't want you there. Or like going to the edge of the lake and trudging way along. And so I'm going to build a hovercraft so I can go across spring ice and or fall ice that's too thin and be able to ice fish from my hovercraft. So hopefully that I can get on that soon here. We're coming back up to canoe with Joe Robinette again and all the Joe Robinette and I have talked, and we were talking about actually doing something once all the craziness is over. So I mean, if once spring comes, it's possible this may be a year of a million collaborations. I may just go around and just start visiting everybody for 2 or 3 days at some point and come home instead of going and do something longer until things are secure enough that I feel like I can safely go and do something, because everybody has different restrictions. Like Canada is insane right now. People are getting Wooded Beardsman and Mandy were both telling me, sent me this message about people getting a $3,000 fine because they went for a walk after 8 o'clock, which is curfew now because of COVID. And they tried to get away with it by putting a leash on the husband, and he got nailed. And then they got nailed for it, you know? And it's like, holy cow, this is ridiculous. And apparently they're not the only ones. About 750 other people have been nailed for going out after curfew. How are they supposed to handle that when in like 2 weeks, when it's, 50,000 people have been given fines for going out after curfew? They have to answer all those legally by when people say, no, we're not going to pay it. They have to, um, make court dates for them. And it's like, I don't know. The system doesn't even support what's happening now. They're letting people out of jail. They're trying to throw the book at all these people for going for walks. It's ridiculous. I mean, like, there is nothing harmful about going for a walk with your husband or anybody going for a walk out in the outdoors. You can't get COVID or give COVID to somebody if you're going for a walk. So, it's just fools. I mean, you could if you like went up and start licking everybody or something. I have eaten a possum. The first one I ever ate was pretty good. And it was like really good. I was like, wow, this is really great. Possum's like chicken and fattier and just really good. And then I was like, then I had one more and it wasn't very good. The second possum, didn't make me sick or anything. It was just hard to get down. But that was during the 30-day survival challenge in Texas. And I think at that point I just had enough possum and I was pretty all set with that. Hello from Australia. How's it going, Australia? Thanks for watching. Oh, so if you're just tuning in and you're like, what? This isn't the video I thought I was clicking on. Didn't realize it was a live stream. And you're like, oh my goodness, this is boring. Check out this. I just posted the link. That is the link for tonight's video. Is that the link for tonight's video? Is it working? That looks like it's like missing parts. Well, tonight's video is out. And it isn't the link for tonight's video. So much for that. I don't know what that was. All right. Here's the link for tonight's video. Check that out. And, yeah. You'll enjoy it. We did a really good job. And it's a double feature. Check out Greg Ovens Rocky Mountain Bushcraft. Check out his channel. We posted another one to him tonight. A very fun one. Fowler, thank you, Dan, for the super chat. Hey, Fowler, can you shout out my son, Oliver? We love watching your show together. Thanks for watching, Oliver. Much appreciated. And happy early birthday. Because I know you got a birthday coming at some point. What is the worst mammal that you have eaten? Probably the possum, I guess. The worst thing I've ever eaten, and I kind of had to like spit some out. Actually, the only thing I've ever eaten and kind of spit some out, I think, was actually it may have been possum or raccoon. It was on where it was shot, with the blowgun. So it was like a wound in the front leg, and so the meat tasted very tough and wrong and metallic-y because it was like wounded, bruised meat, and it was gross, because the rest of the raccoon was just fine. We ate like 9 of those during that 30-day survival challenge, and still lost almost 30 pounds, like 27 pounds. Do you ever camp in the rainforest? I have never camped in the rainforest or that kind of conditions. Patagonia was temperate rainforest, but it's not the same thing as like the rainforest that you're asking about, I think. I know it isn't. What is the worst injury you had in the wilderness? Probably chopping into my foot with the axe on the 30-day survival challenge Canada. It was just, it was pretty nasty, and I washed it out, and I went and put some butterfly Band-Aid things for pulling your wound together, and I was good to go. Hey, Zach, have you an inspiring life. Yo, you have an inspiring life. It's a statement, not a question. Cheers. Thanks, buddy. Have you ever tried flint napping? I have tried flint napping. I made a couple things out of some glass and other things like that you can practice flint napping on. Like, so if you guys are interested in flint napping, you can look up how to nap glass. Some people do that for the fun of it, so that and they cost them a bit to get some flint. And other places you can just go and get it out of the sides of the ditches and stuff like that if you live in the right place. So thanks, Mandy. That's up again. Mandy just posted first video of 2020, tonight's video. Do you have a Red Rider? I do have a Red Rider. Should know that if you see my Red Rider versus slingshot video. That one did pretty good. And it was a great, fun video I've wanted to film for a while. I got so many right now I want to film. We got throwing cards. I want to film something on that. And all kinds of neat little things I got planned out. Just been getting so busy with all the projects that are going on at the same time. The barn remodeling, the outside of the property being remodeled with excavators, and the laser getting here, and spending time with Mandy when she came for her visit, and the kids and the homeschooling, and it's a big, busy place around here. Would you do something with Survivor Man? Sure. I think more and more I keep thinking to myself that this might be, Greg says it was funny. He must have just watched that just now earlier. He said thanks for the editing, but no, he must have just watched. So if you haven't seen it, check out Ovens Rocky Mountain Bushcraft. You might even be able to just click his name right here in the comments. His video is up tonight, or if you go in the community post, or just on my channel, you can see as our little link there for Greg's. His video came out tonight. It's pretty funny. We had a lot of fun with it. We had a lot of fun with both videos. Got really carried away with mine and Greg's. What's something you know now that you wish you didn't know? No. That you wish you knew during alone. Oh, how to fish. I had really no idea how to fish, and I still managed to catch way more than twice. Almost more than twice what everybody else caught, except for Greg. Greg he goes up to the water and he goes, "Here, little fishy, and they just jump into his hands. So he it's not exactly fair. No, he's just really good at fishing. But I didn't know anything. I was just super persistent. So I kept learning new things while I was there. But I came home and I still learned more new things. And now I know so much more about fishing. I think I could really, really do good in that same location in Patagonia, probably catching twice as many fish that whole time I was there, and been probably still would have lost almost the same amount of weight, because the more fish I would have caught, the more energy I would have had, and I would have just done more, because I like to do stuff. Obviously, based on if you see everything I'm up to. I'd kind of been thinking about doing more vlogging about stuff, because it's I like to do these intentional videos. So right now you haven't seen nothing of me because I've been so busy with the things around here that, I'm they don't make as good of a video. So I didn't feel like including them. But if I don't do that, then you don't have videos from me, because I can't always get out on 30-day survival challenges and 7-day water worlds. And I was thinking I haven't posted in a little bit. I'm taking a break. And man, I wish I had done more last year. And I looked back at it, and I did a 30-day survival challenge at home series, Maine Lockdown. I did water world and on the ice last year. So I did 3 huge series plus all the other videos I did. So it's not, I'm okay, I gotta stop thinking about it like in counting videos, because I did a lot. Well, if you haven't seen it yet, Mandy keeps posting the link for tonight's video. Oh, and for Greg's new bison hunt video. Love the videos, man. I do stuff every weekend like fishing and camping, and keep up the videos. O'Neill, thank you, O'Neill, for the kind words. How is your floating? The floating. I don't know. I haven't covered it up. I haven't done anything to the tote float. I don't know if it's ever gonna float again. I might disassemble it and build like an ice shack out of it or something. But it might. The ship might have even sailed for that, because we kept moving it because we're building this and doing that. And now it's sat out in the elements. That was the toughest challenge getting on alone. Fire making. What was the toughest? No, it's not somebody else. Fire making, etc. It wasn't even. I didn't even find. I don't know, like, I missed my family, but I also told myself I'm not allowed to think about stuff like that. And so the immediate thing that I missed the most, and don't get me wrong here, because I miss my family, I love my family. The thing that I missed the most, like constantly, nonstop, wasn't the food, wasn't all the other stuff. It was my audiobooks. Like, before I went all alone, and I had to taper it back because it's kind of a bit of a junkie about it, Like, I would build wooden boats, and I would listen to audiobooks non-stop. And it's like, I didn't work with anybody else that I had to talk to, and so I'd be doing my woodwork, and machines are running, but you got your audiobook on, and I'd be building, doing all this stuff. And so out on alone, it's like I didn't have that, to be able to listen to my audiobooks. And it was like, it's like everything is so silent. To just teach yourself to listen, and with everything, not just your ears, but just all of that, and just enjoy things the way they are. It took a long time for me to be comfortable with that more than anything else, which meant that I started talking to God more again, and kind of came back very changed because of it all. So yeah. Fire making, I did have a little bit of trouble at the beginning, the first day, and I got it the next day. And then I found ways to do everything that I needed to do, including catch enough fish and to utilize the fish to the fullest amount to survive, so that I didn't go out of my mind with hunger. And I there was only a few times that I was really, really uncomfortable. And the rest of the time I was, it was, missing people, and didn't really enjoy being alone. And the hardest thing was feeling towards the end, feeling your body, when I went a period of days, the lethargy in your body, when you get to like 2:00, and you just feel like you can't shake that napping feeling. Like when you take a nap in the afternoon and you wake up and you can't like quite fully wake up, and you just like, when you finally go to bed again, you're like, oh, thank goodness. That day sucked because like I took a nap and it ruined my day. And it's like, it was like that, it was like you couldn't shake it out of your body. And, but at the same time, I felt better out there than ever, except for those couple small times that came along. So, what is we got all kind of, I don't know. I suppose that just about does it for us. We're just, not point. I don't see any more questions popping up. Thank you for all the kind words, guys. Check out tonight's video. I'll post the link one more time, and or you can just go over there and check it out. I'm gonna make this live stream unlisted. It's nothing official. Just I wanted to say hi to you before we posted tonight's video and turn you on to it. I hope you've enjoyed it, and it's nice to talk to you all again. I appreciate it, Rockland. What kind of boat do you build? I used to build wooden boats, like Parasoft 12.5 sailboats, things like that. Fancy $60, $70, $110 yachts, kind of like little day sailors, not really yachts. But it was always for somebody else, and I never really had any interest in sailing and all that. It was just the coolest thing you could build at the time, so that's why I did it, and got stuck doing it for, I don't know, 15, 20 years. What does that say? Scariest moment alone in the woods. When I was on alone and the mountain lion was there and he's like coming, and then he went by and left, and I was like, ah, and like, it's on the show. Like, that's a big cat, but he didn't, I was only scared for a couple minutes, and then it was like, oh, he not really interested in me. I really appreciate all your videos. Hey, I really appreciate the super chat. Thanks. I'm sorry. I wish I had maybe I could use Google Translate to figure out you guys' names. I'm like, hey, people, like, let's see, what will it do? Oh, it just gets rid of you. I should have known better than to push a button when I'm trying to talk to you. There we go. That brings you all back. I tried to use my Google Read. Greg and I will have a video coming out at some point. Fowler and Greg try to pronounce things they haven't read before live. Greg had some funny ones in the video before. Can you please shout me out? Fortnite fishing. What is going on? I don't know what you guys are asking for when you ask for a shout out. Have you ever been bit by any animal before? If so, what was it? I was almost bit by a rattlesnake in Texas, but I shot it and ate it instead with my slingshot. I didn't eat it with my slingshot. I shot it with the slingshot and I ate it after cooking it in the stew pot. I've been bit by a dog or two or something like that, but nothing too bad, you know. What episode did you cut your foot on? I can't remember. It's towards the end when I cut my foot. I think I was building the ladder to the tree shelter or something. And before you guys ask any more questions, Mandy just posted the link for tonight's video, and I'm going to say good night. So long. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Fowler out.